Hey guys, it's Shozzy here, and welcome to episode 14 of the Berlin Dynamo series. Now, you might be looking at the league table there, and obviously the title of the episode being Defeats and More Defeats, and you might be wondering to yourself, how is it the last episode we were sitting in an automatic promotion spot? However, this episode, we find ourselves in 14th place, essentially 1 point away from the relegation zone, and technically would probably be would be 15th if we were to lose this game here today. That's how important this one is. And then you look forward to our next fixtures. So we're going to play SN today as well, but then we've got Gladbach 2 and Dortmund 2 in our next 3 games after this one. So it's going to be a very, very tough run of fixtures. Anyway, something I need to show you. So, from the last episode, 2 very needed and important victories over Sandhausen and SC Verl. We lost 5 in a row. We lost 5 games in a row. First of which was a 3-2 loss to Eintracht Braunschweig. As you can see here, we didn't deserve to lose. We didn't deserve to lose at all. We opened the scoring through Anor, surprisingly, started. Jublovic in there as well, getting us a second goal after half-time. Third goal disallowed, which is probably what turned the game. They got a penalty a couple minutes later, very frustrating. And then they scored 2 more goals. 4 shots on target. We had 20 shots, double the amount of shots they had. 8 shots on target, double the amount of shots on target they had. Albeit, now, I just want to put this out there. I take full blame. I knew what I needed to do this season, and I did not do it. And that was to sign 2 quality centre-backs. I knew I needed them. I didn't do it. I signed 1 centre-back that I thought was probably good enough. He's not. Mendy is not good enough. Not for a promotion push. And boy, oh boy, has it been showing in these recent fixtures. Erzeberg, we lost to them, 2-1. Again, same sort of thing. Dominated the game. 5 shots on target. It's a little bit better, I guess. They still scored 2 goals. Okono got a goal back for us. But we conceded. The defence played a little bit better today. Not today, but on this occasion. Shocking goals with another shocking performance, shall we say. And that continued with a 4-1 loss to Ingolstadt. Now this one was bad. 6.4 for Leader, 6.2 for Mendy, 6.2 for Montag, and a 6.1 for Schock. That's not where it stops though. The attack was just as bad. 6.3 for Amadin, 6.4 for Jublovic, 6.1 for both Susek and Okono. And I don't think, Bojovic came on as well and got a 6.3. So, another dreadful performance. We then lost to 1860 Munich in another game we should have won, realistically, albeit they actually played pretty well. 10 shots with 9 on target, which is ridiculous. They scored the 2 goals. We opened the scoring, surprisingly. Schock and Leader actually played pretty well. Everyone else in the back line, Gudra, terrible performances. It doesn't stop there. We then lost to league leaders Osnabrück 4-2. This one, again, probably deserved to lose. Surprisingly, we actually had a straight red card for Gudra. We were already 2-0 down and then actually managed to score 2 goals for ourselves through Amadin off the bench. Fair play to him. And the final game just played. I decided to test a new tactic. I've downloaded a tactic. I'm actually not going to use that tactic today. I want to try an experiment with something else, which is a 2 shadow striker formation with a defensive midfielder. I think it might be more solid defensively, so I'm going to go with that. As you can see, 2 shots on target. They scored 1 of them. Schock with a 6.3. It just doesn't stop. Well, luckily the defeats did stop with that result against Saarbrücken. So there we go. Anyway, like I said, we got Freiburg 2 in this game. And boy, oh boy, do we need a win here. The funny thing is, from where we are in 14th up until 9th, it's only a 3-point gap. So we can essentially jump about 3 or 4 teams purely with a result here today, which would be massive. Anyway, this is the tactic. Playing with the Mazzala, centre mid, and a defensive mid. Again, still wingbacks. It's ball-playing defenders, which I really don't like. Yeah, it makes me a little bit nervous. Obviously, Mendy's terrible. Leader's not terrible, but you know he's not playing well at the moment either. Chateau surprisingly is gonna come in as a natural defensive midfielder, so it kind of works, I guess. And then Gudra and Stark are going to be starting the midfield today. Sivek's going to go into the left back position, purely for the fact that I don't want to play Maya. I feel like Maya's weak, but at the same time, he's actually been playing pretty well compared to others at the moment. So, yeah, not 100% sure. Up front, I'm going to go with Bojovic for this one. But Akono... See, I feel like Akono is more suited to having wingers, whereas Bojovic can sort of dribble and he has a good first touch. I think he has pretty... Yeah, I was going to say he has good mental stats. He's got half-decent composure. Yeah, we'll just see what happens. The team are starting to turn on me a little bit. I'm almost tempted to play Klinger instead of Shock. Oh, I don't know if I do that. I mean, Shock's actually been improving, so it's a weird one. I don't think he's really suited for a sweeper keeper role, though. Is Klinger more suited for sweeper keeper? He actually kind of is. He's got a little bit of pace about him. We'll see how we go with this one. Anyway, that's the lineup today. Bojovic, Struik, and Jublovic are going to be the two AMCs on Shadow Striker. And yeah, we're gonna see what happens. Yeah, my pump it up, my Portsmouth tactic from the beta just doesn't seem to be working for this season. I don't really know why. Again, it's probably just the fact that the defenders are just that bad. Albeit the tactic is very attacking. It's probably another downfall. I was sort of considered to maybe change the mentality from attacking back to positive, which might be something we do. Anyway, Jublovic has scored a goal in the 4th minute. We might be onto something here. We have no wingers. I'm assuming the fullbacks are gonna, they're gonna take on a decent role. But I'm also assuming that the shadow strikers. I haven't actually looked at the tactic in depth, but I'm assuming they have roam from position as well, so they can sort of go wherever they want in that sort of attacking third. So far, so good though. Albeit that's our only shot we've had, which is a little bit concerning. Anyway, Montag. I'm assuming the wingbacks, like I said, are going to have a big part to play. Chateau, I think it was Chateau is Gudra. Gudra with a half-decent shot. I want to double check and see. Yeah, so the wingbacks have got tackle harder on as well. As the corner is cleared away. They could be on a counter-attack here. This tactic is... Oh, that's going to be a yellow card, probably. Yes, it is. Let's have a look. Is everyone on tackle harder? No. Yeah, so they've got move into channels and then run wide with ball. That's interesting. Okay. I didn't really have a look too much at that tactic. I was sort of looking at one previous to that. I just want something a little bit more solid defensively. My own tactic, it's pretty good. Don't get me wrong. We had 2 really good seasons with it. But maybe it was time. Maybe it was time to the perfect time. I mean, 5 losses in a row will make you question your tactic. And that's exactly what happened. This one's not looking too great either, though. It's not setting the world alight, which is perfectly fine, although we haven't conceded yet. And I say yet because they're getting forward here, and they almost scored. Alright. It looks like we are playing somewhat well. 8 shots, 6 on target. We're still dominating possession, which is good. Gudra's he's actually a good player for this tactic because he can play shadow striker or he can play in centre mid. He can sort of play both, which I feel like is sort of invaluable. Anyway, let's make a substitution. Bojovic for a Kono. And let's go Susek for Struik. I know he can't really play there, but he's got some good stats. I think he's like an orange for AMC. He's very much a winger, but he does have the shadow striker sort of stats that you need. There's a goal. So it's 1-1. Freiburg to get an equaliser. Disappointing. It's also worth mentioning I need to take Chato off tackle harder. So I'll quickly do that as well. Kind of brings Chato back into the first team, really. Other sort of defensive players, we could technically play Seaback back there as we miss another opportunity. I'm thinking to myself, I'm using this new tactic, right? But I don't know. It still doesn't feel anywhere near solid enough. I might be wrong. We might get a winning goal here. It's like I almost want to go back to my tactic and then just reduce the attacking nature of it, which would probably suit the team better anyway. And if we lose here today, I might just do that, to be honest. I mean, Freiburg too are moving the ball pretty nicely. I think we did sort of look like we were going to win it back there for a second, but definitely not at the moment. They're skinning us alive. And that's going to be a winner. That's a huge block. Wow. That should have been a goal. Anyway, it's ticking down. 6.3 for shock again. It's just not good enough. I mean, Chato's on a 6.4 as well. I don't know. Oh, that's a gift. Please finish. Oh my god. Oh, we should have scored that. We should have scored that, man. Oh, what an opportunity. All right, we got another corner, but that should be pretty much full time. I don't know. I don't know if it draws what I want. It's not a loss, but it's not a win, and it really doesn't help the situation we're in currently. And we just concede another goal, 6.3. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know. I feel like the team's better than this. I don't think we deserve to be all the way down in 14th place. It's a weird one. And their man of the match is this bloke who, let's be real, he doesn't look anywhere near as good as some of our players. And we are 7 matches. 7 matches without a win. Alright. I'm going to decide what we're going to do here because we're taking on SN and they're currently in 6th place, one of those playoff spots, albeit it is the actual playoff spot for promotion. And we're about to go into 3 extremely difficult games. It's worth mentioning just before we do that, though, Club Vision, we're still looking okay. So we're a B minus. I mean, we're also struggling with the wage budget, but that is what it is. We're not making the most of set pieces, so that might be something I'll do quickly off camera here as well. But I'll join you back with the lineup and the tactic that we're going to use for SN. I feel like I probably shouldn't be chopping and changing too much. All right, so between the previous game and this game, we've had some big news. Might be able to see what it is on this screen, actually. Down here in the right-hand corner, the wage budget has been reduced to just under 38,000 a week from 45,000. We've lost nearly 7,000 per week on our wages. Not a massive issue right now, but come the end of the season, we're in for some really tough times. This is exactly the reason why I wanted to try and get promoted this season. So I figured that the 2.4 million we're sort of in debt at the moment, I knew that was going to come back and bite us in the butt. And it has. It has. So, what we're going to do, we're going to go back to the old formation. I've lowered it from attacking to positive. We will see if it does anything. I'm also going to play Klinger. Shock is shocking at the moment. And actually, looking at that, I'm also going to play a Kono up top. Ojovic has been absolutely dreadful. He's on a goal drought as well. Lovely. Love that. How many goals he actually... He scored 1 goal all season. No wonder why we're in the trouble we're in at the moment. He scored 19 last season. Most of which came in the first half. Oh, God. We're in trouble. Big trouble. Yeah. Anyway... lineup today, we're going to go Klinger in goal, Montag right back, Lida and Mendy. They're going to start in the defence together. I don't really know what we're doing with the defence. It's no matter which way Actually, you know what? Chato goes in. Mendy's been terrible as well. So Chato and Lida going to be in the centre halves for this game. Mueller just coming back from injury, which is really good. We've missed him for the last few games. I'm going to go with something different as well. I'm going to drop Jublovic to deep line playmaker, and I'm going to move Gudra to shadow striker, just to see what we can do with those two. Because Gudra has been playing terribly. Jublovic, he did score last game as one of the 2 shadow strikers that we had there. Just want to see what happens. Anyway, Struick is going to be the right winger. Susek on the left wing, both as inside forwards, and Akono is going to be up top. Yeah, bench day is pretty small as well. Few players played for the, our younger guys played for the under-19s, so they didn't make the bench. And here we go. SN, I think they're in 5th or 6th at the moment. It's going to be a tough game, but let's just wait and see. I don't want to be too negative going into this one. Who knows? Maybe all that was required was we have scored. Maybe all that was required was for us to dial back the attacking nature of our own tactic. Maybe it was just changing the tactic to surprise other teams. I don't know. Anyway, Akono getting the opening goal there in the first 7 minutes. Susek with a decent cross as well. It looks like we're actually dominating possession even more than we usually do, which might not be such a bad thing. All right, Jublovic into the box. Terrible left-footed shot. Oh, God. So nerve-wracking. Like, even if we do win today, for example, we shoot up the league table. We go into like 10th. And we're really not that far off. I think we're only about 9 points away from the playoff spot. So all is not lost, but we need to pick up a win here today. Because I don't think we're going to be... Oh my... What are they doing? Oh my god, I can't handle the stupidity of some of these players sometimes. I'm sorry, but my winger and my fullback just ran into each other, and then the opposition took the ball. The intelligence levels, they're not there sometimes, and it freaks me out. Because we concede silly goals all the time. Need to start signing smarter players. And in saying that, I can't sign anyone because I've got no wage budget. Susek, oh, get in, son. All we had to do was change a tactic. Just a mentality, that's all. I should have done that myself instead of losing 5 games in a row. Anyway. Good first half. Good first half. If they don't get the ball, they can't score against us. It's as simple as that. Why didn't I think of that sooner? Gotta love the sarcasm. Anyway. Klinger. He'll probably have a clean sheet. That would be hilarious if he did. Would actually be hilarious. And yeah, somehow this is working. Gudra as the shadow striker, Jublovic as the centre mid, deep line playmaker. Don't know how it's working, but it's working. Go figure. Anyway, SN have the ball now, I think for the first time all game, to be honest. And they're coming forward, although we snuff it out. Look at that. The boys know how to defend. It's a miracle. That should be offside. Oh, my goodness. What a change of emotion. I was really just downtrodden. And all of a sudden we're 2-0 up against one of the better teams in the league. And we're still coming forward through Seabeck, the captain, vice captain. Never should have changed him. I like Leader. I think he's probably he's probably our best defender, to be honest, behind Muller maybe. And yeah, I made him captain. Yeah, probably shouldn't have done, but anyway, Gudra. Ooh, not a bad free kick. Pretty close. Anyway. Substitutions, maybe? I mean, we're still coming forward, which is positive, eh? Positive mentality. Akono, he's got the heading. Oh, so close. I think I'm going to leave Bojovic on the bench for a little while. I don't think I really want him in the first team at the moment. He's had an absolute stinker of a season so far. And to be fair, as SN score, I mean, I made the joke about Klinger not keeping a clean sheet. There we go. Yeah, he's had a stinker of a season. That's their first shot on target as well. Oh, it's infuriating. It is. I can't judge it too much today because we've only had 3 ourselves. Oh, but man, that's frustrating. What stupidity are we going to do here? Are we going to give... We almost gave them ball. Oh my god. Can we stop doing that, please? Chateau. He's always a risk playing him at centre-back. Anyway, Montag coming forward. Loses the ball, but somehow gets it back. What are we doing? We're going backwards. Love it. Alright. Jublovic to Seabeck. A half-decent ball to Akono. Can he finish? Yes, he can. 3-1. Oh, it feels so good. We got 15 minutes left. I almost don't even want to make a change at this point. I literally don't want to make a change. Maybe Montag. Montag for Stark. That's it. That's all we're doing. Nothing else. Mueller. So happy he's back. Susek. Another good cross. Going to be kept in by Struick. Montag. Susek, finish. Oh, they're like a double save. Wow. Still got the ball though. Seebeck, Susek, another nice ball. Oh, that's not a nice ball. Should have played it to Mueller's feet. Or Mueller's feet. Anyway, 10 minutes left. We're still coming forward. Still looking positive. Unintended. Penalty ref. Ref says play on. Stark. Beats his man. Kono. It's the post. He's looked good. If we can just get the ball on his head, he's got goals in him. He's got goals in him. I actually can't believe it. We're about to win a game. 8 games it's been since I've won. We better not concede here. If we concede here, I might lose it. Shut the play down, boys. Shut it down. Shut it down. They're moving it too nicely. Don't like the balls in behind Mueller. Oh, he does well. He does well. He's one of my better players, favourite players maybe. Jublovic, he looks better deeper as well. Looks good. Seebeck. Seebeck, shoot son. Ooh, it's close. Alright, corner, we've got a minute and a half left. Just blow the whistle, please. Put an end to this misery of no wins in 8. Struick. Jublovic. Seebeck. Susek. We look good. We finally look good again. And there we go. Finally. 3-1 victory. We beat SN of all teams. Wow. There we go. They've dropped down a little bit and we get boosted up to 11th. Thank God. We needed that, man. And we need to push on. Oh, who was man of the match? Susek. I think Kono would have been right behind him. Seebeck playing well. Susek, praise him, man of the match. Superb. Lovely stuff. And there we go. Who knew? It was my tactic that brings us back into the winning column. Don't really need these ones anymore, do we? I might keep that one. I kind of liked the look of this one. Very direct, very through the middle. So we'll keep that one there. But obviously this one's the one we're going to keep using because we've had results with it before. We won the Regional Liga. We got promoted. We played well. We almost got that playoff spot last season. I don't know what we're going to do if we don't get promoted this season. We're going to be in dire straits. It's going to be real bad. It's going to be a bit of a bloodbath if we can't get promoted. Unless we get like a takeover and someone clears that debt, it's bad. It's bad. Anyway, actually a really good episode. We're undefeated in the episode, so we'll take that. We got a draw against Freiburg 2 and a win against RWSN. Oh, all right. Back to the drawing board. I'll see you next time, guys. Make sure you smash a like, subscribe to the channel as well. And as always, take it easy and goodbye.